everybody. Czar for Christ here. Came to have a conversation real quick because I seen Hassan Campbell's video. And now I've never done a video talking about Hassan Campbell, even though a lot of people did that for clout and stuff. I don't look for clout. But I seen his video today and I gotta talk about it because I gotta agree with him. One thing is us as a culture, when he came out and admitted that he was violated as a young man, we should have all stood behind him. That's it. That's just it. When a girl or a young person comes out and says that they've been violated, understand the amount of bravery it takes for them to admit that. No man or woman wants to admit that someone did more to them than they wanted them to or took advantage of them in a physical way that they can't take back. Once somebody makes fluid to fluid contact with you, that's why I talk to these young people. Once you make fluid to fluid contact with a younger person, older person, another person in general, period, you should be know what you're doing and what's going on. That's why people just running around having intercourse without protection. They're not making sense, or just anyways. In every what really gets me confused. Every single girl I've been with, I vetted them and checked them out before I did anything, including any interaction I've had with the girl where I've been with them, especially if I wasn't using protection. I vetted them out and very much so knew about them and knew of them. Matter of fact, one of the things up front I use is I really make women like declare the fact like, look, if I'm showing you that I'm clean, I need you to show me you're clean. Like I really check and make sure that women I mess with are clean. Like you got to be clean like yourself. That means disease free, that type of stuff. People just don't think about that stuff anymore, which is weird. It's so weird to me because when I was growing up, that's all I thought about. Do you know how many interactions I could have had in my lifetime? Do you understand it? How many interactions? I mean, how many women in general I could have had. But as an adult growing up, as a young man, I had to make decisions to say, no, that's not good, or no, I shouldn't, or this I should do instead, or that. Like when you're growing up, you got to make adult decisions. You can't just think about, oh, to feel good. Like it's weird. Like I'm not a kid anymore. That's why God said when you were a child, you thought as a child, but when you're a man, think as a man. God literally attacks that because he knows people are going to use that as an excuse. Well, God, you didn't say, but he did say. Like there's going to be no excuse for those type of people. Like so, I fully agree with Hassan that it's not right. Remember what I told you about Ephesians chapter 5 verse 11. That's it right there. Go look it up. Right there, check it out. If you are in agreement with somebody and you do not stand up and address it, all you got to do is address it or make a comment about it. Like, no, that's not right. That's all you got to do. If a person still decides to go forward with their wrongness and their sin, God only makes them pay. You pay with them if you go along. That's why I've always been very blatant. I make comments about stuff when people say things. Like when they say they know that's not right or nah, that's not cool. I'm very upfront with it because I'm not going to suffer from God because of you. You're going to die by God alone. Like, see, like nobody wants to die alone. They want someone there to die with them. They want someone to suffer with them. I don't understand that. Like you were brave to do all you did alone. Why? So I agree. I get what Hassan's saying. He's walking around the Bronx and what he's saying, and I hope he's okay, healthy. I don't know what happened after the camera cut off. Allegedly, he got attacked or something like that, and he cut the camera off. I pray he's okay. But I get it, because I work with kids like that have been violated. You lash out and you can't escape it because you're so angry. Your anger is too, and he's right for it. Because us as a culture stood up and backed him. There's no type of gratification we should have gave the Bambata. We should have just crossed his name out, and that 50th Hip Hop Awards, it should have been a hanging of him, like showing his character and standing against what he's done. And he's never paid for it. Are you kidding me? See, that's weird to me. But see, New York's the only place that can happen. That's crazy. That's the most messed up part. New York's the only place that can happen. Nowhere else. Trust me. Everywhere else that I've been, I've lived out. Those type of people that do those things get put under the jail. And I'm telling you, when you're in there, you're food. You're food. You can't even move around for real. You gotta ask to use the bathroom. Like you gotta ask to do everything because you're a pedophile. Nobody's gonna be with you and rock that way. Pedos don't get respected in prison. You don't. Especially people who do the M word, the R word, those type of dudes that take advantage of women. You don't get respect in prison. I don't understand. Like, that blows my mind. Like, why haven't older dudes told these young boys, like, yo, you go with that on your jacket, you're gonna get viciously and violently assaulted and manhandled and dug into. Like, why don't you tell that? You're not telling these guys what prison's really like. I tell these kids, all the kids I talk to, none of them ever chose a life like that. Because I told them what it is. I told them why I got arrested. I told them about the cases I beat. Told them about the cases of how I beat them. Because I'm honest. And that alone brought respect in my stance. Like, you can't call yourself an OG and you not here educating. If you call yourself an OG and you're not educating, shut up. Shut up. Shut up and go sit somewhere in a corner. Because you're lame. That's all you are. If you're not educating these youngins, kill your... Yo, for real, last time I'm going to say it, KYS. You guys are so scared to take yourself out, but you want to do evil. No, take yourself. Like, I never understood this. They really are bad to the bone, but you're too much of a coward to kill yourself. But you too coward to put the gun in your mouth. You are the worst existence. We need a lot of dudes who are trash. Just, you're useless. You have nothing to offer to the world. You need to end yourself, for real. Either find God, I'm talking about Jesus Christ, the God of the Hebrew Israelites, or kill yourself. Because you have no use for this world. This world doesn't want you. It doesn't need you. Find God or kill yourself. A lot of y'all. And I'm going to be saying that's going to be a lot of the motto I'm going to have for the rest of this year. Because a lot of you guys need to go. God knows it. I know it. God showed me. He's going to kill a lot of you like crazy. Like, it's not going to be a person. It's a spirit. You're going to be sleeping. You're going to be just going about life and dying because you're evil. You want nothing to do with him. He wants nothing to do with you, which means he doesn't want you alive anymore. So it's time for you to go. Where's your casket? That's what God's saying. Prepare your casket. Since you can't prepare your hands, get on your knees, ask forgiveness, prepare your casket, yo, little boy. I don't care how old you are, little boy. Prepare your casket. Because a lot of you are scared to die. Like, so many dudes be scared to die. And Hassan's right. This is what I'm saying. All this is the understanding of what he's saying. These guys are so scared to die. They want to do evil. They want to touch kids. They want to do all this stuff that grown men should not do and define it as a man. No, you're a bitch. Lord, forgive me. That's what it is. You're a bitch. That's the word. A female's not a bitch. I don't see a female like that. You're a bitch. You are. You're scared to kill yourself. You're scared to do right. You can't help but do wrong. Kill yourself. Can you do that? No, you're a bitch. You can't. Put the gun in your mouth. Put the blade to your... You can't kill yourself. So you ain't hard. If you can't kill yourself because you did some sucker shit, you ain't real to me. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, I helped a lot of these young men when they were boys become young men and educate themselves, get good grades, do things, change their life up. A lot. More than any of these niggas could ever imagine. Their kids and the kids beside them. More kids. They even do this for their own kids. Nigga, real talk. I did that. And those kids are winning in life. Yo, I see them winning. I'm so happy. Every time I see them celebrating, I celebrate. I was like, I talked to him because I remember when he was out there in the streets. I remember when he was hustling. I remember when he couldn't figure out how to get money except a pack. No, I help boys learn to get money aside from that dumb stuff that is in our culture that these idiots uplift that are in the celebrity world. I don't support them. Your favorite celebrity, I talk to them. I let them know straight up. You're a coward. You listen to the music, you're quiet listening to the music. Shut the fuck up and get out my face. I pull up on your favorite celebrity in their inbox. Oh, don't matter where. If we're in person, I'll talk in person. I tell them, yo, stop that sucker shit. Your music is getting people killed. They respect it. If they don't like it, they'll be like, look, I that's how I make my money. I'm like, all right, but I'm just telling you, I send them God's word because that's who's going to kill them. It's not me. God's going to murder you. Okay? God. Your arms are too short to do box with God. Who's boxing with God? You're going into a casket fast. The moment you even think to box God, God's going to just zap you. Make your heart stop. Make you get sick. Can barely breathe. Trying to throw up. Like, can't do nothing. You're sick. I can't move. Oh, you got a fever. Y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die. Y'all do evil. He's right. And y'all back it. and y'all back each other. Y'all some suckers, man. He's right. Hassan's right. You dudes are some suckers backing this dude who did this to these young children. Really? Really? So when someone scrapes your kid, leaves your kid torn, don't say nothing. Just shut up. I don't even want to hear you come out and talk about it. When your kid gets scraped and somebody rips them and rips your young daughter apart, fucks her to, oh, Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Forgive me, because it's that real. It's that real, because y'all such cowards. I never knew that black men could be such cowards. When I see people backing this, you're a fucking coward. You're a coward. You back the pederasty, the pedo activity. You back all this stuff happening to women. You back these men doing these sucker moves because they can't be grown men to work a job 8 hours to 12 hours to take care of a family. And I took care of a family and made it through as a young man. So you guys can't even hold your sack like me. You aren't even built to hold your own sack. So watch your mouth. You gotta watch your mouth. If you ain't did shit and you ain't raised a family, you ain't did the stuff that real men have done, that I know real men I know have done, you gotta watch your mouth. Watch your tone, watch your mouth, because you a sucker to me. You can't even amount up to my knees, kid. You can't even come up to my knees. I'm talking about things that grown folks since I was a young boy have been praising me for. My name hasn't been praised for no dumbness. Not even on here. Check what they praised me on here for. Real all the way around. That's what I'm saying. When you're real A to Z, there's no in-between gaps. There's no gap in between where someone says he did some fake. No. You'll never ever. You go to everyone I know. Everyone I know. And most of y'all know everyone I know. Ask them. Ask them about me. Real talk. Nothing fake. Nothing underhanded. Nothing shady. Nothing sucker-like. Nothing you can consider a bitch ever in my life. In my life. Because I'm built like that for real. These guys are cowards, and they're teaching young boys to be cowards, young women to be less than a woman. The young people, they're raising them wrong, and they're glorifying it. So what, your child's 18? What did you teach them? Did you create another jailbird, or did you create a young black man that's going to do something? I'm a young black man that's done lots and so much more to do. Like, here's what I'm saying. If you're African American, there's only certain ways you can even talk to me, because you what have you done to transgress and progress the racial divide that has been made by the slavery days for us? I'll be here all day talking if I talk to you about what I've done. Period. And I'm not that old. So much I've done. What are y'all doing? That's what I'm asking you. What you doing? What you doing, old head? Are you still there? Talking mess on God, slandering God's name, trying to talk trash, throwing sucker shots at people who believe in Christ. But you're too scared to say Jesus Christ, half of y'all. Go ahead, do, because you know by scripture. If you blaspheme his name, he's going to kill you. He's going to come see you. That's why y'all scared. God's going to come see y'all. Y'all scared. Like that, the craziest thing, forgive me, Lord. But when I didn't understand, there was no fear in me. Not with you or anybody. I had no fear. Do you know what I was doing to these guys? Do you know what I was out here doing? Come on, man. No fear, because I believe in God for real now. It was my thought that, if I don't be scared, actually, that's where they're at. They're where I was as a young boy, 18, 17, doing crimes. I was 17, 18, where half you dudes are at. How old are y'all? Come on, bruh. I been did it. This is what I'm saying. When I say I've been, I been. That's a fact. Y'all ain't been. Y'all never been. Y'all ain't never been. Don't matter, nigga. You go ask someone. People ain't gonna say they know me. They ain't gonna come out and say, yeah, I know him. They'll say they know of me. If they know me, they say they know me. They're my family, or they're really my friends. They ain't gonna say, I know him like that. No. People don't know you. I don't know anybody. Not even the people I hang around. That's why I hang out by myself. That's why it's best to stay to yourself in situations. These guys are getting out of line. And it's going to get worse, because the youth are getting dumbed down. They're learning dumber ways to handle things. They're being stupid. And they don't have no guidance from who? Who are they going to look up to?
Who? Daddy outside hustling, keep getting arrested. So he's teaching his kid, this is the only way you can make money and go to prison. Come on now. We know what it is. Let's be real. If you're black and you say you don't know what it is, you're fake. Or if you act like you don't know what it is and you glorify that gang life, you need to die. I'm being honest. You need to be out because you're not really out there. You got other, you don't want to know one thing, the best thing I learned, and shout out to Battle Troop, it was about send-offs. Half these niggas is send-offs. These old faggots, excuse me, Lord, these old punk ass niggas is sending these young boys off to their death because they think they're going to do something and they ain't doing nothing. Or they're sending them somewhere that they themselves wouldn't go and do stuff. Because it's a youngin', they know they're going to act wild, talk wild. They go out there and do that, they get killed or they get marked for death. More times they're marked for death because dudes who are really moving around, got business, they ain't going to do you right there because they like, he's a weak ass nigga. We going to do him later. And whatever. And they'll go for the prison time. These dudes don't even want to do the prison time, so they snitch. So why are you even out here doing that? Work a job and get money. Teach kids to work hard. What happened to working hard? You guys hardly work. That's why I can never respect you niggas. If you ain't, I can barely respect niggas. No, you ain't work half. I worked. Nigga, for a whole year, 12-hour shifts, and still going home being a parent, like, you cowards can never imagine it. Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. Being a parent. You hear me? So that's me working and coming home to do parenting duties. You guys could never think that way because you're not built that way. So a lot of you need to shut the up. Half y'all need to shut up because you're not built like that, ever. You never even seen it because you had cowards around you. You were raised by lames and cowards. Yo, for real, this is what I'm saying. A lot of y'all, Hassan's keeping it real. He's bringing up points that are valid. Stop making him seem like he's out there and crazy. No, he's making a good point. He has a very good point. Where was his support? And he went there, and I hope he's okay, but he was making a good point. Stop making him seem crazy. He's right. Where were you guys for backing him? Who's gonna back you guys? Yo, right now, I want to know who's backing a pedo. I want to find out for real who's backing a pedo because it's different. The love is different. You're backing the dude who did that to him. The love is different. Understand that, and I'm gonna handle it as such. All rights reserved.